Alright, am I being trespassed?
As of now, you are. Give me your ID.
Sometimes the badge and uniform can make even the most seasoned cops forget that respect is a two-way street. But what happens when they come face to face with high-ranking soldiers who've seen it all? Today, we'll be diving into jaw-dropping moments where law enforcement officers were humbled by military professionals. In August 2021, an auditor for raising a board supporting homeless people was arrested by Sergeant Heminger of the Port Wentworth Police Department.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, not much.
How you doing, man?
Alright.
Doing okay?
Yes.
All right. What's your first name?
Sergeant Heminger?
Yeah.
My first name's Jeff. Jeff?
Jeff?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeff. Hey, man. First, I appreciate the sign. That's awesome.
I'm hard of hearing, so can you speak up?
Yes, sir. So I appreciate the sign. That's pretty awesome. The ladies in front have asked me if you could go find another location to hang out. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not breaking any laws by any means.
Okay.
They just right here in front of City Hall is a little bit different area. You know what I'm saying? It's city property.
City property?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you can go legitimately. You can go at the corner on this side of the grass. You can go anywhere along the side of the road. So technically, he's not breaking any laws. He's on city property, so we can ask him to leave.
Yes.
And that's what I told him. I said, "You're not breaking any laws. The ladies don't feel comfortable with you standing out here."
Got it.
I said, "You're welcome to go stand over in the corner, down there, down there, down there." So now, if he doesn't leave, it's trespassing.
Okay. Well, hopefully he will just go.
He's already. Well, he's like, I don't feel like leaving. I was like, well, I get that, but he's like, I'd rather not.
Feel like it? Is that what he said?
He doesn't really. He'd rather not. He was polite about it. And I said, well, you're not breaking laws, but you are on city property. It says it's owned by the city. If they don't feel comfortable with you standing out here, even though you're spreading a good message, you have to leave the property.
He can't stand in front of my city hall to my sports on the fence. Like,
well, I mean,
we can't have
if
that.
it wasn't,
He probably could.
but considering it's city property, it's considered private property.
Yeah.
So he can go stand on the roadside anywhere else.
Did he just say city property is private property? That statement made zero sense. City property's public property. What was he on?
So I'm not trying to give you a hard time, dude. So is there a reason why you want to stand here?
God put it in my heart to stand right here and spread the message. God bless the homeless people.
I'm all for that. I'm all for you recording. I got no issue with that. Okay.
All right.
I got my body cam on. So
Okay.
I don't even know what that's for. Probably so you can get across the intersection. Anyways, so what I did was I called for a patrol unit because I'm actually working for the code enforcement section. Okay. I'm still a police officer. This is city property. Okay. And you do have the right to spread your message anywhere you want, unless it's private property. Then they have the right to ask you to leave. They can't tell you tear your sign up or anything like that.
Right.
But that's the whole point of why I was out here talking to you. The ladies didn't feel comfortable with somebody just hanging out in front of City Hall.
Okay.
And being that it's on city property, they have the right to ask you to leave. You can go stand on that corner. You can go stand anywhere it's not actual city property, and do as you wish, brother, and spread the message.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying. Okay. Now, if you refuse to leave, then it would be trespassing, and then you'd be in trouble. So I'm asking you nicely, if just to relocate. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can go spread that message with love any way you want, other than city property right here. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
So this is city property?
All this is City Hall. This is city property.
All right. Am I being trespassed?
As of now, you are. Give me your ID. Now it's an investigation. I want your ID.
Leave then.
No, give me your ID. You're not free to go now. Because now you want to play the game.
So just as he decided to comply, this evil cop took away that option. Pathetic.
But give me your identification.
You're trespassing me, I'll leave.
Give me that identification or you're going to jail.
Give me
your identification so I can identify you and I can trespass you. Then you can leave. I'm not going to ask you a third time.
If I get arrested, I'll lose my job.
I'm not trying to arrest you. I'm trying to get you to comply with me, and you're trying to refuse to do that. So listen to me carefully. I want your identification so I can identify you and trespass you.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Sir?
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're failing to follow a lawful order, which is they've asked you to leave city property or asked me to ask you to leave. You're refusing to do so. Now I'm going to trespass you from the property because I asked you 3 times nicely to step off somewhere else.
Leave then?
No, now you wanted to refuse, so now I'm going to identify you and I can trespass you.
He was gonna comply, firstly. Secondly, that lawful order he was talking about wasn't lawful at all. He was literally on public property.
If I don't give you my ID, I'll go to jail.
That's exactly correct. You'll be arrested. You'll be fingerprinted and released. So all I want is your identification. No, not because of the sign, but because you failed to comply with my investigation, which was I asked you to leave nicely initially. You wanted to play the game with me. Now I'm playing the game with you.
Well, I said
Let me have your identification. Let me have your identification.
I said I would.
Identification. I'm not gonna say it. Handcuffs. Turn around.
I'm engaged in constitutional protection.
Turn around. Let me see your sign. You put your phone in your pocket. All you have to do is give me your ID, bud. What's so hard with that? You know the game because you want to say, am I being trespassed? You could have gave me your ID, I would have trespassed you and let you walk off, brother.
Yeah, you were telling me to leave. I would rather not leave.
No, you're playing the game with me is what you're doing.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
I asked you to leave before that. You wanted to play the game and make me trespass you. Don't play dumb games, man. It's going to get you in trouble.
Don't turn it. Why are you stopping
the recording? I'm putting it in your phone. I'm putting it in your...
You just stopped the recording, and that's...
It's all recorded right here. And it's all recorded right here. I'm saving your battery.
Take my phone and start recording again.
Sure, gladly. If that's what you want me to do, brother, I will do that for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, put it in my shirt pocket right here?
I'm going to put it in this pocket so it won't fall out because it's an iPhone. I don't want to break it, dude. I don't have the money to replace your phone.
Not only was this cop corrupt, he was also uneducated. This cop tried to hide evidence by stopping the recording, but he got owned because the man noticed what he was trying to do.
You see how the seizures would have been? Here, officer, here's my ID. Now, I probably would have trespassed you because I asked you at least 5 to 6 times to step off the property. You said politely that you didn't want to do that. I didn't have a problem with that. I went back and asked the ladies, I said, what do you feel comfortable with? They said, no, I don't feel comfortable with standing out here because there's a bunch of ladies that work in here. Even though you're not being violent, they have the right to ask you to leave, partner. All you had to do is go step off to the next land property over there and you could spread the message of love all day. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to bust your chops, man. I'm just doing my job.
I'm going to remain silent for this moment.
Okay, you have that right. You have that right. The only thing you have to answer is name, date of birth, and about your current address. Is all that current on your license?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Am I being trespassed? I was like, you know what, let me have your ID. And then he refused to give it to me, so now it was being charged with obstruction. So, yeah, he's like, well, I'll just leave now. I was like, no, we're past that point now. We're playing the game.
See there, gave you a chance.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to take his sign and everything with him. He's going to end up getting released, but I'm going to have him banned from the property.
Good.
From City Hall. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
They're not public property saying God bless the homeless veterans.
Right, but they asked you just to go stand in the corner, man. It's just because there's a bunch of ladies up here. That's all it was.
Banning him from public property over nothing is insane. All he did was raise a board for the homeless. Utter corruption.
I said, so I need you to leave, dude, because they don't feel comfortable with you being up here. It's city property, they can ask you to leave.
City property and he'd be fine.
Yeah. So after like 6 times of that, I was like, yo, he says, I said, well, okay, you know what? I said, are you going to leave? He's like, am I being trespassed? I was like, now we're playing the game. Okay, let me have your ID. He refused 3 times to give it to me. Done. So.
It would have been very easy. You kept that.
I'm going to put this in,
Alright, help hit me out.
please.
If you don't mind, sir.
No problem. That's what I get paid to do, right?
I was trying to not go this route, and I was trying really hard to be nice. But look, just you can go stand across the corner, brother, and do what you want.
I do my best to give all. I try my best to give all veterans as much room as I can possibly
But
give.
even if he wasn't being rude at first. And I said, look, dude, I said, the reason they're asking you to leave is because you're standing out here at the front of City Hall, even with a great message. There's a bunch of ladies up
That
here.
guy, the motorcycle, I took his ID, but I put it back in the mailbox because he left.
So, anyways.
This case shows us everything that's wrong with this system in the country. Such countless cases keep on arising, and they only increase over time. Up next, we have corrupt cops who, just for their own selfishness, took away everything that a man had.
I just wanted to tell you, Officer Brown, I mean, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths.
In February 2021, Stephen Lara, a 39-year-old retired Marine, was making his usual trip west through Reno when he was pulled over by the Nevada Highway Patrol for supposedly following a tractor-trailer too closely. You won't be able to imagine what the Highway Patrol did with him.
The driver of this vehicle was following that red and blue semi-truck too closely, less than a second following distance. Also driving under the speed limit, which is really odd. Stopped him up here in Mustang, or a little bit safer, quieter to talk to him. Make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, you know, initially I thought I was getting pulled over because maybe I had expired tags. I had a rental car. Unfortunately, I had some car trouble, and that was necessary to get a rental car for...
What these cops would do to this man would be nothing less than monstrous.
I'm doing great. Hey, the reason I'm stopping you, we have a special enforcement campaign going on. We're trying to educate drivers about violations they may not realize they're committing, but we're seeing a big increase in crashes out here. First, applaud you on your driving. You drive great. You're driving really slow. It appears that you're trying to drive safely under the speed limit. I appreciate that. I just want to talk about your following distance, especially around commercial vehicles. You a fighter?
My fighter?
Yeah, you got a tap out shirt on.
Well,
First, the cop was acting all nice, but his intentions were absolutely disgusting. The officer then explained the actual reason of why he actually pulled Stephen over.
You a fighter?
Am I a fighter?
Yeah, you got a tap-out shirt on.
Well, I've got a lot of training. I'm a retired Marine.
What do your daughters do, man?
Ever been in trouble with law enforcement before?
When did you leave? Where did you leave?
What part of Texas are you thinking you're buying a house in? What were you doing for work up there?
The officer then explains the real reason he pulled Stephen over.
Hey, while I'm working on this, let me ask you something, man. This is gonna sound kind of weird. Part of my job out here is I do what's called highway interdiction. I look for people that are smuggling contraband through our state, across the country, weapons, humans, illicit currency, things like that. Anything in the vehicle I should be aware of? Okay. No firearms, no explosives. Okay. Is there any? Yeah, I gotta ask all these silly questions, right? Okay. Any large amounts of United States currency in the vehicle? Okay. What's a large amount of U.S. currency to you? Okay. So there's over 10,000 in there? Okay. How much money you got in there? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you give me permission to search your vehicle today? That's okay with you?
Stephen had the right to refuse, but he still allowed the search. He was being fully transparent, but this cop and his subordinates would take advantage of that.
I didn't want to come across as being non-cooperative or combative, so I did what I felt was right, and I was very honest, very forthcoming. I was also very respectful, and I just wanted to make their job as easy as possible so that I could be on my way to spend time with my children.
The Nevada police officer who had pulled over Stephen would call an agent at the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration.
So far I'm still searching a car, but a big bundle of money says probably at least 100,000. I think you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
So how much cash is that?
About 100 grand.
100 grand. Okay. So as you know, right? I'm a vet. He's a vet. You're a vet. It's not illegal to carry currency, have currency.
Sure, it's not.
It does, though, make us ask some questions on why someone has 100,000. I can understand why you don't trust banks, especially in this day and age right now.
I have nothing to hide from you.
I appreciate that. Give me a few seconds. Can I make a couple phone calls, right?
The officer then called his superior, but in the middle of the call, he interrupted him and talked to the DEA agent again.
Are you on your way out here? Okay, I'm waiting to hear back from Shane to see if he comes out here. This is it's a strange one, but not a strange one. Consented to a search, said there's money up there. We located what he says is $100,000. It's in a Ziploc sandwich baggie. There's also, I haven't gone into it a bunch, I'm waiting to hear back from Shane, but there's a bunch of bank receipts and stuff in there as well to show the currency. This might be Shane, hold on 1 second. This is Shane, let me call you back.
About 20 minutes later, the superior officer, whose name was Shane, by the way, his superior was recorded talking to the same DEA agent Shane was talking to, who was apologizing about not being able to make it to the scene.
No issues. It's too easy to do an adoption. You know, we contacted you, so I think everything's going to be okay. And I'll text you the money count after we get it. It'll probably be a couple hours.
You need to keep in mind the officers still had no probable cause. All they had was a large amount of cash, and those greedy, corrupt cops wanted every cent of it.
Why the distrust for the banking system?
I just don't trust them. Yeah. That's just my reasoning. It's my personal thing.
Oh, I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other. It's just it's not usual. What are your thoughts, Chris?
I kind of leaning more towards it's odd, but
it's not packaged like normal.
No, and he's answering the questions. There's receipts here, and
I would like to put the dog on the currency, man.
The two officers literally saw the bank receipts that were in there with the cash, but they still wanted a reason to take the money away. The sergeant put Stephen's money in an open Ziploc bag and threw the open package to the ground on the side of the road, which was about 40 yards from Stephen's car.
Positive alert. Huh?
We'll go forward with it.
They just wanted a legal reason to somehow get the money, and that alert gave them that. However, numerous studies show 67% of the US currency has trace amounts of drugs, so in reality, they were just twisting the law to get what they wanted. That alert wasn't solid enough proof to prove that the money was used in an illegal action.
What we're going to do, I believe there's drug proceeds, the dog alerted to it.
Drug proceeds?
Yeah, it's very common, sir. We get people that are trafficking large quantities of marijuana from Northern California to all states east, even from Reno.
Sir, I can tell you right now, there's...
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? We're going to seize it today, but that doesn't mean we're the final judgment on it. It's going to go through the DEA, okay? So the DEA will contact you, and the DEA will provide you with a means to fight it. You're going to have to provide your pay stubs. You're going to have to provide your other receipts and stuff like that.
Stephen now had nothing. He had been going to meet his daughter, and now he had to ask for $1,000 from his brother so that he could complete the trip.
Just want to let you know, I know you're just doing your job. That money I worked really hard for. Money that I have in my jacket is only a few dollars. That's what I need to pay for my kids, my bills, my hotel. We're going to get that car back to Texas. So, I know you're just doing your job. Stuck here unless somebody sends me some money. Okay. No way I'm providing for my children this month. Get back to Texas. This is all I get here?
That's what you get, yes, sir. You're going to get noticed in the mail as well at that address, okay?
I find it even more so concerning that if this could happen to me as a combat veteran who served overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan, this could happen to anybody.
What you're seeing is a receipt Stephen was given for US currency with a number to call the DEA agent. 6 weeks after the Washington Post ran its story about the seizure of Lara's money, the DEA returned it to him. In this next case, we have two cops who tried to mess with a retired Navy veteran but got absolutely obliterated.
Are you serious?
James, listen to me.
Didn't drink and drive.
Made
the right choice.
On May 21st, 2021, James, a Navy veteran, was just minding his own business waiting for his Uber when two cops decided to mess with him.
What's going on?
Waiting on my Uber.
Waiting for your Uber?
Yeah.
You have an ID I can take a look at, man?
No, you don't. I don't. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well, you're sitting in front of a closed bar and I can
I'm
see you're
waiting on my
intoxicated.
Uber, my friend.
Let me see your ID.
No.
Okay. We can do this one in two ways, sir.
We can do this many ways.
I'm being respectful to you.
I'm sitting here waiting on my Uber. I am doing nothing
Show me on your
wrong.
phone that your Uber's coming.
You know what? I want to break out my camera right now.
Go ahead, mine's running
I want
as
to
well.
start filming you.
Mine's running as well.
I am not doing anything wrong.
Okay, well.
I'm doing everything right.
The man, despite being drunk, was doing nothing wrong. He was doing the right thing waiting for an Uber.
Not drinking and driving. And why are you messing with me?
I'm not messing with you, sir. You're sitting in front of a closed bar. You're sitting in front of a closed bar.
You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber.
Sir, I'm going to ask you one more time.
That is doing nothing wrong.
Can I see your ID?
No, you can't.
You're drunk in public.
No, I'm not drunk in public.
Give me your ID. I'm giving you a lawful order.
You're not getting anything, dude.
Okay. Stand up.
I am not doing anything wrong.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
What are you doing? I'm sitting here doing nothing.
These cops were bound to pay when they messed with a high-ranking Navy veteran.
Put your other hand behind your back. Set your phone down, sir, and put your hand behind your back.
I'm sitting here doing nothing. Waiting on an Uber.
Keep your such protective custody.
Huh?
Okay, all I asked for was to see your Uber.
I'm doing
and you want to
nothing.
argue, and you're intoxicated. I don't think you're making good choices, sir.
I'm waiting on my Ubers, which is the best choice.
Sir, all I was trying to do was verify.
The worst choice would be driving.
Sir, all I was trying to do was verify your Uber. Was that right or wrong?
Well, if you unlock me, I'll show you the Uber.
Well, that's what how many times did I ask for that, sir? Huh? So all I did was wanted to have a conversation with you, and you won't give me any information at all, and it's obvious that you're intoxicated, right?
That is why I am waiting on an Uber.
Right, and how many times did I ask you to see your Uber? I tell you, my body camera.
All right, well, unlock me if it's that big a deal, and I'll show you my Uber.
All you want to do is film me and argue with me.
Stay tuned till the end, because these cops were about to get the greatest humbling of their lives.
Detox. You can't even walk.
Oh my God,
Okay.
dude.
You
Uncuff me and let me know if I can walk or not.
Well, it's pretty obvious that you can't.
You guys, are you serious? I have an Uber coming.
Double lock those. They're not double locked.
Guys, seriously,
I'll
stop.
grab his stuff. Let me get him in the car.
I have an Uber coming. Please stop. Just let me go home. I have an Uber coming.
The ignorance displayed by the cops was astonishing.
I am a Navy veteran.
Okay, thank you for your service.
And I'm just sitting there minding my own business.
Right, at a closed business.
And waiting on my Uber.
Sir, and all I asked was for you to verify it. All I asked you to show me it on your phone, and I'm good with that. Okay, but you refused to do that, so you couldn't do that.
You guys are, I mean, really, you're going to do this to a Navy veteran?
Sir,
I'm sitting on a...
Have a seat in the car.
Oh my God, man. Are you guys serious? I've done nothing.
I have no idea who he is.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
No, I don't have any weapons on me.
Just hold on before you set that.
I have no weapons on me. I mean, I can't believe you guys are doing this.
He shouldn't need to verify his Uber. He wasn't doing anything wrong in the first place to be suspected and required to give any answers to these stupid cops.
Are you serious?
James, listen to me.
Didn't drink and drive.
Thank you
made
for
the
that.
right choice. And you guys come up and just shake me down.
James.
Navy veteran.
James.
Combat medic.
James.
Talk to me. I mean, I'm just sitting there, waiting on my Uber. My Uber is
Is there anybody sober that can come get you?
You're not listening.
You're not, sir.
I called an Uber.
Well, you can't
The
call.
Uber was 2 minutes away.
You can't.
You shook me down.
James, we've been here for 10 minutes and they're not here. You can't call Uber.
The anger displayed by James, the Navy veteran, was completely justified. These cops were not hearing him out at all.
Okay, that's
Where's
not the
my
way.
phone?
That's not the way Uber works. He's got your
Where's
phone.
my phone?
He's got your phone right there.
Look it up. Whether I call an Uber or not.
You can't call them on the phone.
Did you do it through an app or did you
I
call
did
them?
through the Uber app.
All right, so how do I get into your phone?
6969.
If they're coming, man, I'll release you to them. But if not,
6969.
but if they're not, you're not
And
leaving
then
us much
look out
choice.
for Uber. Listen, fellas.
There's a green button.
I am a former combat medic.
James, thank you for
sitting
your
there,
service.
How do you,
and I'm not going to lie to you.
how do I go?
6969.
He's in it.
I'm in.
Uber.
Where do I search that? I don't have this
Go
stuff.
to the Uber app. Just scroll through till you find the Uber app. Listen, fellas, you should not be doing this to a combat medic veteran. I was sitting there minding my own business.
Is he coming?
Okay,
he's James.
I respect
James.
you guys.
James.
I respect your job.
James, listen to me for a minute. I appreciate that. It says it's 5 minutes away. If he's here in 5 minutes, we will release you to that Uber.
Okay.
Okay?
Please, let me out of here and tell me I didn't do it.
When the Uber gets here, we'll do that. Okay, this is
Gentlemen.
James.
Fellas,
Listen, James.
are any of you
James.
military?
James, listen to me.
Even despite seeing he had called an Uber, these cops weren't releasing him.
All you had to do was show me this in the first place.
Listen,
Okay, and I would have waited with you.
listen, here's the problem.
Okay? You're not hearing me, sir.
No, I'm hearing you, brother.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm in, yeah. But I'm a
What kind of
former
car?
combat medic.
Yep.
Veteran.
Thanks for your service.
And I felt a little intimidated, man. Like I wasn't respected.
We're sorry you felt that way, James.
Yeah, James, that wasn't my intention.
We
I
were
would
coming
never
to,
do it to you guys.
we were concerned for your welfare. That's why we contacted you. We didn't want you walking off into the street.
In the end, the Uber arrived, obviously, and the veteran was let go. The cops weren't able to get away with injustice this time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below with your thoughts. And if you liked this video, you'll love this next one where dirty cops get owned in the courtroom.
That you strangled your wife, you murdered her, and then you staged her body in the bathtub.